I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And this holiday season is here and slowly choking the life out of all of us. Oh, whether in the mall or the local store or seeing all the damn decorations that really don't mean anything to me. But at least, as your vision goes gray, you will die smelling an amazing hormone-filled mutant 30-pound turkey. Ah, Christmas. Hope I didn't start that in too negative, but Christmas is a made-up holiday with a decent message depending on how close you live to a major mall. To be honest, with all the glad tidings and goodwill towards men aside, Christmas is work. So many other people in other nations have trouble getting drinkable water and electricity. We have strings and strings of extra tiny lights that we keep in boxes to put them on a tree that we killed. But we didn't really kill it. We put it in the water so it'll die slowly over a few weeks. But then we make this corpse of a tree look so good. Something called a noble fir, tarted up like a hooker from a jazz hand forest. When was the last time you read the story of the first Christmas? You know, and I'm not the first to say it, but Christmas has turned into a mutant creature that ate Christmas. Kids have so much, they don't even know what they want for Christmas. At least my spoiled little pasty-faced white kids don't. So let's do a real old-fashioned Christmas. And I mean real old-fashioned. Let's get some camels and follow the North Star to a manger. Hey, anybody know which one's the North Star? No one? Well, check your iPhone, Find the Messiah app. Ah, screw that idea. How about we just sit around and read the Titus Podcast night before Christmas? 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all were in bed, praying for Santa to come and that the terrorists were dead. The Iraq War had restarted, and the Cold War had too. Ebola was supposed to kill us all, but it turned out to be a really bad flu. Racism was raging. Some called cops KKK with a badge. But people cared more about Bruce Jenner's transformation and turning his penis into a vag. This Christmas, I'm a little cynical, not sure what to do. And Christmas Day is ruined since North Korea shut down Seth Rogen's movie, The Interview. But soon, we could be surfing Cuba, and gas prices have hit the floor. But the tears flow on the holiday bough because Black Jesus Bill Cosby is a roofie-raping whore. So this Christmas, enjoy your loved ones. Turn the stress down and don't self-destruct, because the joy and love of Christmas is inside your heart. No matter how bad the world is fucked. Merry Christmas. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon. Oh, Merry Christmas, people. Happy holidays. It's Christopher Titus. It's the Titus Podcast. With me, as always, to the right, the lovely, amazing Bombshell Rae.
What's up, people?
To the left, an empty chair because Willie Jello Johnson is not here today. Is he coming in at all? Do you know?
I just know that he was at the swap meet getting Crix mixed presents for us, I think.
By swap meet, do you mean some guy's trunk in an alley?
No, it's the Compton swap meet.
No, it's not really.
Yeah.
Well, they still have a. Don't they still have like a drive-in movie theater there?
They? Are you calling them they? No?
Americans, Californians. I didn't say that. Don't tell him I said that. Yeah, Christmas. So the news is weird, man. We've got a lot of weird stuff going on. We're normalizing relation with Cuba to a degree, which means that for 50 years, the Hawaii vacation lobby has basically kept Cuba pretty much off our radar. That and the people from Boca Raton who, in spring break, because now they can go spring break to Cuba. Now we can do that now.
Are people going to spring break in Boca Raton in your age group?
I don't know. Is that I don't even know. I don't
Boca
know.
Raton is a retirement community. Spring break, my people,
Daytona
you go to
Beach.
Or Panama City.
Panama City.
Boca
that's
Raton.
low rent. Panama City's that's a low ass rent. That is a low rent spring break.
Panama City, are you kidding me?
Daytona Beach, man. Let's go Daytona Beach.
Okay, first of all, saying spring break is low rent is, that's the whole point.
Oh, I don't know.
Titties and beer, baby. Titties and beer.
Yeah, that's not low rent. That's expensive.
What?
By the way, you have to buy a lot of beer to get titties. That's all I remember.
Not in Panama City.
Oh, then it's now moved up one. The interview has been pulled by Sony Pictures. Do you think this is just a big? Because here's a weird thing. So I'm sitting there, and Sony Pictures has pulled the interview, Seth Rogen and James Franco, because basically they wrote a movie where these interviewers are sent to kill the leader of North Korea. And I guess at the time we thought that's hilarious because they're just a little tiny country that don't have anything except they do have nuclear weapons and this and that. So maybe writing a script about them, maybe we should have changed the name. Maybe we could still done a little Asian guy, but maybe we should have.
Oh, did they use the name?
Oh yeah, Kim Jong-un. Oh yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, and I thought about it. First I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. free speech and blah, blah, blah. Well, except that North Korea doesn't have the same rules we have. We're so arrogant as Americans. We think that everybody's got the same rules we got. So basically, they wrote this movie, and North Korea's like, oh, you're doing a movie, a funny ha-ha movie about killing our leader who we hold up as a deity? Yeah. So if somebody...
He'd be really hard to hold up, by the way.
Yeah, true.
Nobody's holding him up.
Just his head.
He fat.
He very fat.
He tiny, short, fat man.
Yeah, the rest of the country's starving. He's super fat.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's just sort of a slap in the face.
Yeah. I hope no one messes with our podcast. Oh, they wouldn't care. There's not enough people listening.
I bet he does listen.
Yeah. We're over 3.2 million downloads, just to let you know. So here's the deal. So they did this. Now the movie got pulled. Sony, they spent $45 million on the movie. They spent another $40 million on promotion. So it's $80 million they spent on this movie, and they just canceled it. It's not no premieres.
Even release the DVD or digital release.
They said they're not going to. I don't believe that. In fact, so I'm sitting at home as I'm writing the Armageddon update, and a commercial for the movie comes on, coming out Christmas Day. And I'm like, what is going on? They were just in the hopper, so it just flowed through. Do they don't have buttons to fix it? So is it just a joke? Are they just getting... Because it's the best advertising campaign I've ever seen
I want
to
see it now.
If it comes out on Christmas Day, if they go, we're kidding, it's coming out on Christmas, the theater's going to be packed.
Yeah. Well, I want to see it now. Except they're planning on doing a terrorist attack, or they're threatening to do a terrorist attack on the movie theater.
Yeah.
Where it's shown, right?
That's the rumor, that they're going to do that.
How was that drink you just had?
I just had a
in
drink
the microphone. It said.
I was drinking something. There's a place called Rockin' Juice that we get the best juice in the
We've
world.
talked about it before. It's the guy that's like, have a raudonkulous day.
Yeah,
that guy.
He's raudonkulous. Yeah, he actually puts. That's weird when you put the name of the place.
Do you know?
Work.
Did I tell you? Because I usually update
Yo, man,
on the
keep your life
Rockin'
el
guy.
pollo loco.
No, last time I said
stay el pollo loco.
I said, what's your name? Because, I was talking to him about this book that's ruined my life, The China Study. And by the way, if you want to ruin your life but make it last a lot longer, ruined.
You hate your life, but you'll be here longer.
Read The China Study. It's life-changing. Anyway, so I was telling him about this, and I said, what's your name, by the way? And he goes, oh, my name is Roberto. And I was like, no.
At one point, you have to stop. You just have
You
to say,
need to stop.
Hey, listen. We love that you're building the nice juice thing and making people healthy. If you put the word raw in any other way...
I actually had a vision of myself beating him into a bloody pulp with one of those giant county fair turkey legs.
Yeah, McDonald's is coming out with a new side thing called Ronald McDonald sides. And it's all just
it's the ironic death. How did Roberto die? Turkey leg.
Beat him to death with the turkey leg.
Not just any turkey leg, county fair turkey leg.
Yeah, county fair turkey leg, with packed with hormones.
Right.
A really unhealthy, bad turkey leg, yeah. Yeah, and dark meat, because it's all dark meat, too. It's horrible.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with bombing a movie theater. But, they've just scared people about going to the movie theater.
Unless you ate
now.
A couple of them went in the movie theater without going to the bathroom, then it definitely has something to do with bombing a movie theater.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, just fart joke. You're welcome. So, so they pulled the movie, which is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life, that we would actually fold like that. The other side is that North Korea has nuclear weapons, and Sony is a Japanese company, and they're well within bombing range. So I think Sony, as a company, went, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea to release a movie if North Korea is threatened to bomb us. Let's release a Team America. So check this out. So in response to this, there is a theater in Texas that's re-releasing Team America by the guys that did South Park. I love Texas.
What's Team America?
Don't you remember the puppet movie?
No.
They made fun of Kim Jong-il? Yes, or the South Park, where the puppets are having sex. It's crazy. It's great. It's really funny.
It's making fun of the same guy?
Exactly. Well, no, his dad. He sings. He actually sings. It's a musical, too. Musical with puppets. And he sings, I saw Ronry. I'm Mr. Ronry.
Aw. Okay. All right. I'm in.
I know,
in. You had me at Ronry.
I knew you were in. So it's just weird that we've actually, that a major corporation has pulled it. I guess I would say that Lionsgate, Universal, everybody else called Sony and went, hey guys, Christmas Day is the biggest day of the year for us. How about you not keep it going? How about you pull the movie so we have people going to the movie theaters?
They should give people the option.
Bombing or no bombing? Bombing? You want to say bombing? Possible? It's possible bombing. We don't know if it's going to happen.
It's what you said. We're too safe in America now. Like people, we're fat and we eat more and then we get a lot of presents and then we burp and then we go to the movies on Christmas Day and we eat popcorn and you know what I mean? Like we're disgusting.
We are.
But,
Agreed,
you throw
100%.
in a little potential bombing there. Give people the option.
A little adrenal gland jolt.
Right.
That tryptophan won't knock your ass out if you think that the theater may go up in flames at any second.
You're going to be on high alert. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you can be like, ha ha ha, laughing at the movie real uncomfortably and nervously.
By the way, that's how people over there and in other war-torn countries watch movies all the time.
That is true.
That's how they do everything.
That's a good point. Yeah, go to the bathroom, watch a movie, wax their car. They don't wax their cars, by the way, because they don't have cars.
Right.
Let's just leave it at that.
Or movie theaters.
Or movie theaters, exactly. All right, well, that's one thing. Then we got gas prices, oil. I don't understand this whole thing about oil. So isn't oil prices dropping great for everybody? Turns out, no. Oil was $107 a barrel. So when it goes up, it's bad, and when it drops, it's bad. Now it's $55. So because it's $55 a gallon, I'm like, woohoo! I'm getting me the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, 707 horsepower, a gas-guzzling Fury. Woohoo! And then I said no, because the Tesla will have 691 anyway, so it's only a couple horsepower different. So that being said, they're saying that that basically Saudi Arabia is shutting us down. They're just basically saying we're going to keep producing oil until the Bakken oil fields, all the shale stuff you guys are doing, gets shut down, and we're going to destroy Russia's economy. The ruble fell 60%. Russia's in trouble now. You know what Putin does when he gets in trouble? Putin.
I was just reading something about Putin.
You know what he does? He invades somebody, or he's going to bomb somebody. So now that the Russian economy is out of control, it's time for war. Let's go to our history books and check how many times an economically depressed country with a lot of weapons attacked a neighboring country and started a world war. Oh, it's every time.
By the way, Putin's getting some poontang now. Did you read about that?
Putin's got poon?
Putin is getting poontang.
No, who?
Not Putin.
He has to go to Canada for that.
He has a little lady.
No.
And in the midst of all of everything that's going on, that's what he's coming out and speaking about. But he's not releasing her identity yet, probably because he's not sure if he's going to kill her or not.
Right. You never know. He does. Yeah. Right. Then they can identify him. If she's not standing next to him, they can't say, "Hey, you that she was with you."
He said he told the nation that his love life is all good.
Maybe he's closeted. Any guy that rides a tiger shirtless has some issues.
No way,
dude. When you look like a Freddie Mercury album cover from Queen, he's always riding around a horse with shirtless or wrestling a shark. That's something you're trying to prove something. No, you're just no. You got issues. There's issues. You have issues that you need to keep doing. Take picture of me. I'm going to rape this shark. Why are you raping a shark? I'm tough man, big man can rape shark. Let's do this.
There was a guy in the gym today working out in bicycle shorts, and I just think that I like.
You did notice. I want to point out you noticed.
Oh, everyone noticed. Everyone was doing the sideways glance because it was not flattering, shall we say, at all.
Like a bear?
No, like a cub. Like a bear cub,
really?
Let's just say. And no woman, we don't want to be window shopping in the gym.
Yeah,
you know?
you guys don't deal with it like the way we do. The men, we were like, we will. If you the stuff you wear is cute and tight, and to look at you work out, I could watch you work out. Women don't have that. Oh my God, that guy's gross. Look at him over there. Oh God. Oh.
It would be okay if it were something impressive to look at, but
so you do like to see guys in really good shape working out.
He was in decent shape. It was what was in his bicycle pant.
So you were looking at him in decent shape.
Everyone was talking about
his
it.
Bicycle pant. We need to talk.
Everyone was talking about it.
You're not getting enough of whatever you need.
No one should be wearing. Men should not be wearing bicycle shorts in the gym. It was really bad, and it was way too early.
But my booty is a cutie when I got them shorts on.
You'd have a cutie booty
with them shorts.
You've been glute boosting.
I've been glute boosting quite a bit. And my glutes have been boosted to a level that is pretty much. I'm not saying competition yet. Got it because I have to cut. I have to cut down. Gonna have to cut the water out of my diet. But give me a couple weeks.
You have actually been training with a trainer who has you in the rings. So you're a gymnast.
Now, what are you saying about gymnasts? Are you saying gymnasts are not
All of them gay.
Are they like elves, like figure skater gay, or just closet gay?
Well, it depends.
I saw a figure. I don't know who I'm talking about, guys. People hit me on the Titus Podcast page or on Facebook at The Real Christopher Titus.
Yeah, he's well known.
Who is this figure skater I saw being interviewed that was wearing high heels?
Yeah, he's been around forever, and I can't think of his name.
What is that?
You obviously haven't watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, dude. I mean, I get that it's like here's the thing. I don't care who you are, straight, gay, whatever. Any redneck who's so I'm so straight, I ride a tiger shirtless like Putin. If you're overtly straight, it's still weird. You know what I mean? When you take whoever you are to an extreme, because it's almost like a fuck you to the world. You're like, this is who I am, and I will always be like that. This is who I am. I'm an open carry. I'm gonna wear a I farted hat, and then I'm gonna wear boots with the red socks sticking out the top and a lot of ass crack hanging out. It's the same thing. It's whether you're gay, straight, or whatever. If you're overtly too much who you are, what is wrong? You have a problem. Girls that wear, as you call them, vagina dresses all the time.
Vagina skirts.
The vagina skirts. They just wear them all the time. And and they're just constantly showing side boob. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm saying if you're overt, it's just too much. Tone it down. Just everybody tone it down a little bit. No, I need to shine. I need to bring it up to a new level. I am a human Christmas tree, and I will light the world.
What did you say to me yesterday that it's never really thin, in shape girls that are saying that it's best left to the imagination, or what did you say?
Oh yeah,
you got to leave it to the imagination.
Yeah, leave some to the imagination. Some girl I was watching TV and some overweight woman was going, you got to leave something to the imagination, girl. And I said, why is it always fat ladies that are telling someone to leave it to the imagination?
I don't want to imagine that.
Yeah, you got to leave something to the imagination. Well, you know what? Your shirt's not hiding anything, really. You need to have something to hide. Your shirt can't touch your body. It has to drape. And if your gut's sticking out of your shirt, it's not hiding. Where did this go? So Merry Christmas, people. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So here's the thing. If we seem a little weird today, we're stressed. You need to know what our day's been like, our last couple of days. So the DVD for Angry Pursuit of Happiness is out, being picked up right now. We have spent the last 4 days, I would say Bombshell's crazy. Bombshell has been doing all the orders herself. That's right, superstar Bombshell Rae. So we've been doing it. Our assistant Mark has been helping. And I will say this, Pittsburgh Mark is busting his ass. And it's been hard, huh? And then the DVD guy showed up, so we're doing that. We're doing the studio.
We're getting on a flight in a couple hours. We've been dealing with my ex, who's just been fighting every way. Yesterday, that's so weird.
Yesterday we had a drama. We had a drama with some other kid, and it was just it's, you know what? And as I hear myself talking about it, I really don't have any problems. You have to get on a plane to fly to a place where they're going to watch you do comedy.
You have old white lady problems.
I definitely have old white lady problems, and I hate myself. You know, we've had some guys like, I was roofing all day. I got a roof on Christmas. I have to go, some people are going to work in retail. I apologize. You know what? We've had a great time. Life is great. What am I talking about? Shut up.
Bank of America, did you read about that whistleblower guy? Bank of America's got a lot of extra change hanging around from all the interest that you paid.
Really?
When they kept screwing you over.
Yep.
But did you read that whistleblower guy, the Countrywide scandal, the guy that exposed what they were doing?
No, what happened? The guy, all the bad mortgages and stuff. Predatory lending.
He is now getting the biggest financial settlement in history. Mary Crix makes to him.
What? No, he's getting it from who?
So Countrywide is now owned by Bank of America. Right. Bank of America bought them. They defrauded the government.
Right.
He was a whistleblower, and now they have to pay. He's entitled to a 16% of the $350 million payment.
Oh, my goodness.
So Bank of America has to pay $350 million, which is nothing to them.
Because of this dude.
Yeah, because of this guy. And he gets that.
It's like $45,000. Sorry, $45 million. I'm sorry. The guy got $10,000, $300 million, 16% of $330 million. You got like $10,000. Like $10,000. We could go crazy quick to me.
$57.6 million.
I did 16 times 3, and then I actually rounded to 14 to 15. And
it doesn't matter what you did; it was wrong.
and I said,
you forgot to carry
1,000.
the one.
Yeah, I forgot to carry the $300 million. Yeah, your guy's an idiot.
You need an abacus.
I do need an abacus. Click, click, click. 22.
Sugar.
Click, click. Blue.
This tastes sugar. Salt.
So he gets 50, like, how much? 56 million?
$57.6
Wow.
million.
Wow.
I just thought you'd like to know at Christmas time, Christmas time, that your favorite bank in the world
got raped. Good for them. Well, they didn't really. They didn't, like, Chase just paid a $3 billion fine and shrugged it off.
Yeah, that kind of makes me ill.
Yeah. Well, you know, saying $300, it doesn't matter. That hurt him a little bit. Somebody didn't get a new yacht. And I hope that guy's mad. Good. Bank of America, by far, the worst bank I've ever dealt with in my life. And I'm glad. And I hope this guy puts his money in Chase. I hope he takes the 56 and deposits it in Chase.
I hope he just makes it rain in Chase.
Yeah.
He just goes
Just
in.
like dance, girls. You two boys.
What else? What other horrible thing do you want to talk about that's going on in the world?
Cuba's been out of the loop since '61, so they're back in the loop now. Obama did an executive order, and Obama's just gone crazy with because I was like, you know what? No, fuck y'all. I'm just signing shit. He just decided what he wants to do. He's decided that after 6 years, Congress will not work with me. Fine, here we go. So our country's going to be weird for a little while.
I think he's just burning the motherfucker down before he go.
I don't.
He's just gonna slam the microphone down, put his hand up in the air, and just walk out
at the next swearing in.
Yep.
Says me. Good night, bitches. Whack. Walk off to music. Boom. 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 Like Shaft.
I didn't know what that was.
I know.
I just stared at you blankly,
Mm-hmm.
and then you looked sad halfway through the bit. You looked like, oh,
I'm wizened. You're not.
You are wizened.
All right, guys, since it's short, wait, go ahead. Also, what?
Did you see, this is sort of a goodwill little story. I'm just mixing them in because we're doing a shorter podcast today. But Matthew Miles sent this to me. A company sent poop to 30,000 people for Black Friday. And I think that's a really good feel-good story. Initially, they said we got a dozen people who were really surprised it was poop. But it was just actual poop. Christmas came early this year for 30,000 people who got a box of poop in the mail last week. It was a very sleekly designed box filled with actual excrement that came courtesy of Cards Against Humanity. It's a fill-in-the-blank party game where players try to one-up each other with phrase cards ranging from merely politically incorrect to legitimately disgusting. It costs $6 a pop. The special offer was a part of the stunt-loving company's Black Friday sale.
So what makes me go buy this company's product that just sent me a box of poop?
I don't know, but they just decided to create a media spectacle by pulling all of its products off of its site and only selling bullshit. They're making fun of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and they only sold, quote, bullshit. It sold out in less than 2 hours. It's not the company's first stunt. Last year, Black Friday, they sold the game for $5 above the normal price.
Okay, I'm in. I like them now. Now I like them.
And so then people got poop. 30,000 people.
So it wasn't a randomly sent people. Actually, here's how dumb we are. People sat down, ordered poop online, and were sent a box of poop.
Yes, they found a cattle ranch in Texas that sold pasteurized bull feces for shipments. And the cattle rancher understood what we were trying to do. What? So anyway, people got poop. So happy, Christmas.
Wow, what a great gift, especially if it's in a nice box. What is this?
They said it's a really sleek,
what is this?
ultra cool looking box.
I retract my earlier statement.
I can immediately think of one person I would send this to.
Yes, definitely. Wow, that's correct. What do you want for Christmas?
Poop.
Well, poop. Well, I got you covered. But I'm gonna craft it.
Because you're a crafter.
I do.
You like to make your gifts by hand.
It's one of those stories where you go, why would I buy it when I can make it?
That's a good point.
Why would I buy it when I can make it?
That's an excellent point. But this is pasteurized.
Oh, no, I make Christmas presents. I put thought into it. I don't just buy some poop off the line. I put the personal touch.
I don't think it's the same.
Yes, it is.
No, please don't ever do that. Ever. Ever.
No, I made that for you. I made it. It's handmade.
Well, it's not exactly handmade.
Well, you don't know what I did after.
Oh, don't do that. I feel like especially as you get older, I'm really going to have to keep an eye on you.
What does that mean?
You know, like, I think you're going to go through your old man Johnson phase. You're kind of in that now where you yell at kids for being loud or obnoxious or driving too fast or pooping on your lawn.
I have been in my old man Johnson phase for a long time. Went and saw, years ago, the Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn. Remember that?
That's a good movie.
Great movie. So in the harshest scene, the scene where he's crying, like he meets his family and he's crying, and he's walking down the thing, and that was 25 years ago. The movie came out 20 years ago, and you know, I was young, and this guy and his girlfriend are going giggle giggle titter titter ha ha, and he's going yeah blah blah blah, and she's laughing, and I finally go, hey, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
I go, you serious? I go, this guy's getting killed right now. You guys are doing jokes. Fucking shut up. And the dude just looked at me, and I said, what are you going to do? And he just turned back to the screen, and that was it.
You've always been...
I have
Thank you,
always
Ken
been,
Titus.
Yes, my father has imprinted me with asshole. I have been an asshole much longer than you can imagine. But then again, you know, it's never... When people are cool, I'm like, yay, this guy is great. But, man, when someone's not... You know why? Because most people don't have the foresight, insight, or... fortitude to stand up to somebody and go, hey, stop it. That behavior's not acceptable. I do.
Oh, no, you have no problem doing that.
Right.
Actually.
What did you tell me the other day about me? You said sometimes you don't tell me things have happened because you only use me.
You're a loaded weapon. I've never known anyone like you before. It's like what Bill Burr says about his pit bull, that whole bit that he does about how he realized that he was just putting all of his anger and emotion, and the pit bull, Cleo, was sitting behind him just going, is that the guy? So
what are we going to do? Am I getting him? What do you want me to do?
That's you. And I've learned, like, when I first met you, you know, like I would vent. I'd be like, this asshole just did this. And then I'd hear slam, papers flying. Like, this has happened. That actually happened a couple years ago. I told you something that happened. This guy yelled at me. And then I was putting on my makeup. And then 3 minutes later, you called me. You had gotten to Sherman Oaks. You were at the house yelling at the guy, and you had called me to verify what he had said to me, and I thought you were still in the house. So I feel like I have to handle you responsibly.
Don't mess with my people. I know.
You're always up for good.
By the way, to even hang out with me, it's a 10-day waiting period.
Yeah, and that should be the law.
He's still not here. Willie is still not here. What is going on?
He's swap meet.
Oh,
he has something very particular that he wanted to get you.
Okay, but we're going to do a short podcast because we have to go. We're going to do about 3 or 4 more minutes.
I know, but we're going to be here next week.
We'll be here next week
for a Christmas podcast.
So that was an incident. Okay, so here's the thing, people. A lot of people think they can pull a lot of stuff, and we had someone from a Middle Eastern country who had moved in. Was Armenia? Is that Middle Eastern?
I don't know. It's not necessary.
He was this guy. He was this guy. Hey, you're idiots. Fuck you.
That sounds Russian.
He was that guy, but he was Armenian kind of too. He's kind of Armenian. So you'd gone over there to our old house that we moved out of, and he had yelled at you, and it totally out of line.
Because they hate women.
Yeah, they had done nothing, and you weren't covered up or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I went over there, got in his face, and he starts telling me what about the house, and I actually walked him through it. And then he actually made a move like he was going to hit. You know what happened when I was over there? He stepped up like he was going to deck me, and I stepped in on him, and this dude backed up so fast. I said, "Go ahead, go. Oh, please." But
I mean, I told you the story. You went, You walked out, and then you called me, and it was minutes later, and you were this is like 8 or 9 miles away. You were at the house. I can hear the guy yelling in the background, and you're going, tell me again what he said to you. What did he say to you? Yeah. And I've just realized I have to deal with you responsibly. Right. I got to take you to the range. I got to work out some of that aggression once a week.
I'm a really nice guy up until things, you mess with me or mine, and we're going to have trouble, right? And that's how everybody should be. And the thing is, people aren't like that anymore. Everybody's afraid of the other guy. And some people get so weak, they go, well, I need to now get a gun and go into a store and shoot somebody. I'm not like that. I get it out. I'm probably, people go, you know what? He has no heart. When I die, I'll be 90, 95, 92, 105 maybe. And they'll be like, he has no heart problems at all. But he was yelling all the time. He's stressful. No, he got his stress out. Everybody else stayed quiet and got this stress built up like a big cancerous bubble. I was like, stress everybody else.
Oh, no, me, I'm totally growing cancer. It's just
no, you're not. Don't ever say that. You are not.
It just builds up inside of me. I grind my teeth in my sleep.
Christmas.
By the way,
growing cancer. You're not.
No. in my teats. We had asked people what their most awkward Christmas present ever was, and I did mean Crix Mix, and Lance Willoughby wrote in, and I just wanted to share this because we did ask people to tell us.
Okay, and now for most awkward Christmas present.
His mother actually bought him 2 pairs of 3D boxers that came with 3D glasses, but when you put on the glasses and looked at the boxers, it said "Jingle My Bells." And ho, ho, ho.
His mom got him those?
Yeah, turns out. I wonder if she just didn't look at them through the glasses at first.
Or she was hot for her son.
Ew, no, Lance Willoughby. I apologize for that last statement. Take
Lance,
it back, take it back.
Your mom's a freak, Lance.
She's a freaky freak. I will say that.
My boy is beautiful.
He's got some big, beautiful balls.
Yeah,
I mean, bells.
Some underpants and some glasses. Your underpants come with glasses. What?
By the way, good little story, little nice story.
Yeah, and let's go to this story. And now, a Christmas miracle story.
Yeah. After witnessing an inspiring show of compassion, a little boy decided it was time to do something. His name's Nate Dreyfus. He's 9 years old. He's in Minnesota. He saw a man get out of his car, take off his jacket, and give it to a homeless man on the street. He's just riding along with his mom, and he saw this happen. And he said, I felt really good inside, so I wanted to do something like they did. And
so he filled a box with poo.
No.
And sent it to his mom. No.
He enlisted the help of his family, and he put out donation boxes all over his neighborhood. And then his mom reached out to the community and urged people to bring coats to their house and stuff like that. And so he's 9 years old. I want everyone that has a child to think about what they're doing today.
Right.
And he got media attention, national attention, and donations started pouring in. And then he also collected 79 coats for Project Home, which provides coats to homeless families.
Wow. I love that story. I love that kid, but I hate hearing that story because I feel like a douchebag.
And he brought in a stack of money. He got a lot of money donations, too, to help the shelter.
Kid. Wow.
Yep. So Nate, 9 years old, Nate Dreyfus.
Nate Dreyfus. Yay. And that's a Christmas miracle.
Right?
Yeah. Little kid doing it, yeah. So kids have this weird thing.
Here's the difference. Can I just tell you the difference?
I'll tell you what, if the little bastard had some bills or a roof to pay for, or maybe a kid to
Here's
raise,
the difference.
or maybe he had to buy some food.
Ready?
Yeah,
Ready for your kid? And now for Christopher Titus's
maybe
kid.
Maybe he wouldn't have that whole free
versus
time
Nate
to
Dreyfus.
go raising money for the homeless when you're trying to keep food on the table and then the
Do you know what your kid said to me 2 weeks ago?
Oh, I don't want to know.
So Nate looks out the window, sees a homeless person, and feels compassion and goes and collects almost 80 coats and money and right?
I don't want to know what they
Your
said.
kid, we're pulling out of the grocery store, and there's a girl with 2 children, and she's asking for money, holding up a sign, and she turns to me, your daughter, and she goes, oh, yeah? She's homeless? Well, where'd she get the marker? Just like that, like all snarky and mean, and I was like, wow.
Where'd she get the marker?
I said, probably in the shelter that she sleeps in at night. They let them use the toilet, too. Idiots.
So I'm starting a charity, Markers for the Homeless. We're basically going to raise money. So donate your used markers, and we will...
All I thought was, you said that at some point.
No, I didn't. I never said it. I had a guy recently... see, here's the thing. I love that the kid did that, and it's great. It's sweet. I was pulling out of In-N-Out, and a guy was standing there, an old grizzled guy, and he had a Vietnam vet hat on, and I went up to him and I gave him now before I didn't do this, I gave him the money first. I gave him $20, and I go, where were you stationed? And he just goes, he gets kind of scared, and he goes, Vietnam, and I go, where in Vietnam? I go, where in Vietnam? Where are you stationed? Because I appreciate you doing the job, and he goes, Vietnam. And I was like, okay, and I just drove away. Where in Vietnam? Vietnam.
Jungle.
Read that. How about you just read that? Thanks for the money. All the information's on my hand.
Transaction is complete.
Do you want a receipt?
You gave me the money.
Yeah, I don't have to answer any more
Go
of your
away.
questions. Go away. Here, while you leave, I'll turn my head around so you can read it as you walk away. And I thought, okay, well, because that's why give him the money first and see what it. But and there's another guy that's on the corner. I talked to this guy. He's there every morning at 7:00 or 8:00 with a sign. I'm like, dude, do you understand that you're working a job. If you can get your ass up at 7 at the same intersection every morning, you're actually working
thing
a
is,
job.
a lot of times they end up making more money. I know there was this big expose when I
$200
lived
a
in
day,
New
right?
Orleans. The window washers,
Yep.
those people that you don't want to wash your windows and they squirt dirty water on and whatever. They found that this like investigative team went in and found like some of the window washers were making almost $200,000 a year, almost $250,000. Like,
You're lying.
No. It was this big deal in the 90s when I lived in New Orleans about the window washers.
There was something in 60 Minutes. There was a guy that was, they followed him home on a train, and he went home. He had a full-on badass apartment in New York. That being said, this Christmas season, there are a lot of people that need help to help those people. But if you ask a guy where he was stationed and he says, "Read my hat," pretty much, maybe that could give the money to someone else.
Snatch that dollar back.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
And but I think, we're going tomorrow on Monday. I've been saying we're going to do this on Monday. We're loading up a car with a bunch of clothes and taking them to my friend's place. My friend's place helps homeless teens that come to L.A. and they basically make sure that they have coats and stuff. And so we're taking a bunch of stuff over to them on Monday.
Your stuff?
Yeah, because I have too much. I am incredibly blessed.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. And if you are blessed out there, for God's sakes, do what you're going to do for your family. Go buy everybody gifts, and then take a minute. Take a minute and go, hey, I'm going to give that guy something. And by the way, don't ask where he's stationed because you're just going to be disappointed. Just give him the money, and there you go. And be happy, right?
I was in Taiwan, Vietnam.
No. See, it's too different.
Thailand.
Vietnam. Part of Vietnam, you're right.
China.
It's not. All right, guys. If you're going to get anything for Christmas, go
Crix
through
Mix.
Crix Mix. Do me a favor. Click through the Amazon link in the Titus Podcast. We've given it to you for 3 years now.
Whoop, whoop.
We haven't asked for any money from you. Click through the Amazon link. Helps us out. If you want to order the DVD, Angry Pursuit of Happiness, I'm not sure if we can get to Christmas by now. They're going
Crix
out.
Mix.
Crix Mix. They're going out today. We've got, hundreds and hundreds of boxes going out.
They're going priority, so people should still be getting them for Crix Mix if they order now.
We're going to try. If you order them, we'll get them mailed out by Monday.
If you order, you mean over the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you order the weekend, we'll get them out. They'll hit the thing on Monday. You should get them. Christmas is Wednesday or Thursday?
I think it's Thursday, but priority is either 1, 2, or 3 days. So.
All right, so we'll get them there as fast as we can. If you keep ordering, go to ChristopherTitus.com for that. If you want to hit me on Twitter, go to @TitusNation on Twitter, The Real Christopher Titus on Facebook to talk to Bombshell Rae.
Ray Bradley or Bombshell Rae on the Facebook or Ray Bradley on Instagram.
And we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for listening to Titus Podcast. And Willie Jello Johnson did not make
You're
it.
going to love your Chris. By the way,
are you
no, don't even let him on. Don't even say anything. You're not even allowed to come in and go put that bag away. No. No.
I made it here, man.
It doesn't count.
No, this is the Titus Podcast for myself, Bombshell Rae, and the ever late Willie Jello Johnson.
Oh, this is bullshit.
I love him. Later.
Later.
Peace out.
Jello.
Dude, shut up.